After 2 years of waiting for a two-day trial, it is now up to a judge to decide if Sarasota City Commissioner Susan Chapman violated the Sunshine Law. It may not sound like a huge case, but her legal fees are being covered by taxpayers, and they were over $250,000 before the trial itself began. ABC 7's Ray Collins was in the courtroom, and he joins us with the latest. Ray.
Haley, Chapman says a win can help better define the Sunshine Law, but some taxpayers wonder if it's worth the cost. It's not too often you see a local elected official taking the witness stand, but that's exactly where Sarasota City Commissioner Susan Chapman's been the past couple days. At issue is whether Chapman violated the Sunshine Law when both she and fellow Commissioner Suzanne Atwell attended a merchants meeting without the public being notified at this restaurant in downtown Sarasota. The attorney for Citizens for Sunshine sued both commissioners. Atwell settled her case right away without admitting guilt, but Chapman has chosen to fight the case, and before this trial began, the cost to taxpayers was already $261,000.
I think it's a shocking waste of money. I can't believe that we don't have something better to spend our money on than semantics of whether Susan Chapman did or did not talk to somebody at a meeting about homeless people.
City taxpayer Martin Hyde says he's watching this trial very closely.
It's a lot of money, and for absolutely nothing other than to make Susan Chapman feel better about Susan Chapman.
But others, like former Commissioner Molly Cardamone, says Chapman did nothing she hadn't done herself 20 years ago.
All the while I was in office, I would go to regular meetings of Downtown Association, different organizations throughout the community. Never felt like I was violating the Sunshine Law, and I was often in the same room with 3, sometimes 4 other commissioners, listening to the public, which of course is the responsibility of an elected official.
And while a series of witnesses come across the city or across the country to testify in this case, there's one thing both sides agree on.
Well, it's gone on way too long. It's cost way too much money. It's been continued over and over again, and to me, that's just unconscionable.
Well, the case is now over. This is a non-jury trial, and the judge will issue an order in the near future, Haley.
Ray, any word on when that will be?
Well, the judge has 2 other trials, he says, both tomorrow and Friday, so it may not be until next week. We'll have to wait and see.
All right, we look forward to that. Thank you, Ray.